Hello, anime screamers. I'm rattling my brain because these worst Family Guy episodes, and I'm going to count them. Let's begin. When these are the top 12 Family Guy episodes. Let's begin. Number 12. Send Stewie in. This from the 16th season, episode 12. This episode had no cutaways, no commercials, just Stewie talking about the guest appearance of Ian McKellen. But honestly, this is actually mundane because honestly, it showed the worst side of Stewie because Stewie let the poor guy die on screen. It dig deeper into one of the most famous characters that lasted for 28 minutes. No commercials, no cutaway jokes, just him. This is mind altering. Unlike Brian and Stewie, which is iconic, this is just mind racking. Why? Why? This is so awful. Number 11. The 2,000-year-old virgin from the 13th season, episode 6. On this episode, Jesus, who is somehow a recurring character on Family Guy, hang out in Quahog, claiming he wants to lose his virginity. It just made a bad light to Jesus' character, but Peter actually made him lose his virginity to Lois. This is honestly bad because honestly, the joke feels less punchline, more forced like edgy with a reference to Heath Ledger's death feeling surprisingly ugly. Really, really. Number 10, Trump Guy from the 17th season, episode 11. I'm going to get into this. Honestly, Donald Trump and Family Guy, you're making him. There is no big jokes. They did a chicken fight, but you actually make him do that to Meg? Sexual assault to Meg Griffin. Actually, you get Peter to be the living daylights out of Trump. That actually is bravo. But honestly, that is hilarious. Yeah. Number 9, Con Harris from the 17th season on episode 9. Honestly, Brian, Stewie, and Quagmire tried to con a wealthy heiress. The running joke is her name is actually very long. They repeat the joke 4 times. She died, and but she have a death. But you wanna know the trick? She did die. It was Meg. Meg was the. It was a Meg story. Why? Why? Number 8. Herpes the Love Star from the 12th season, episode 16. Honestly, why you bring Brian back when you have this episode? Brian want to build a bond and make blood brothers. So Stewie actually did it, and Brian had herpes. This just scream it, make viewers just discuss. And honestly, this is just awful. Brian did deny he had it. He really did deny it. But Stewie and Chris did got his their just desserts. Number 7, Stewie is Insect Day from the 13th season, episode 12. Another episode that focused on Brian and Stewie. But honestly, if you watch the top 10 worst TV shows, you will realize why this episode is so awful. With the birthing scene, I like the Peter plot better with the viral video, but Stewie delivers. There is no commentary. There is no laugh. Stewie is a baby. And he impregnates her with dog DNA, and they turn out to be. I'm not going to explain. Watch it yourselves. Be warned. Number 6. The infamous Seahorse Seashell Party. Season 10, episode 2. Honestly, everybody on Family Guy hate Meg. This is a running gag. Meg finally confronted her family for mistreating her. No purpose to have the joke, but honestly, Meg actually allows the joke to not come to the end. You know why? And also, we were tripped to Brian have hallucinations after ingesting some kind of substance, and he was going to cut his ear. And how that going to go for you? Cutting off your ear?
I'm going to cut my ear to prevent World War II.
Then when he say that Meg did the opposite, be the punching bag again, and Brian say that the smart thing you say. Fuck you. You number 5. You can't handle the booth. Season 17, episode 16. This is bullshit. Honestly, the Griffins record a DVD commentary because of the fictional episode of Family Guy. Honestly, why? Why? This is bullshit. Why? Why? I can't understand the no jokes. We couldn't even engage in the story because they are talking. Because Lois claimed Peter used to be married to Sarah Paulson. Chris might be Philip Seymour Paulson's Seymour Hoffman's son. It's ideals that are total misfire and did not even engage in the episode. Number 4, the Stay Good Goal Peter. Season 12, Episode 2. Hey, Peter, where's Chip? Oh, right. Peter have a bump on his neck, which is actually a twin. Peter have a versatile twin with a winning personality. It's harder to warm up. But his voice and personality and demeanor is a ridiculous storyline. It derails the entire storyline. Number 3, Silent Screams, the story of the Brenda Q, Season 10, Episode 3. One of the darkest episodes of Family Guy. You know why? Brenda, who stayed with her abusive boyfriend, Quagmire, but you know what? Joe did not do anything to arrest him. You know what he said?
We can't do anything about it. She had to make the report.
And cops can do anything they can if the family members. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. They can do anything about it if they're abusing them. If the family members report on them. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you. And also, I'm not going to get into details in number 3. Number 2, Fresh Air. This episode, it takes some dark places, and honestly, Chris bonds with his grandfather and become inherit to his fortune, so Peter proposes to him. There's a lot of jokes about this kind of jokes, and Peter tricked Lois to divorce him so he can marry Chris for his inheritance. Peter always been a flawed character, and this makes mistakes of making him truly unlikable. This is just episode 12, episode 14. Which episode is number 1? Which episode is truly hated? Truly the most controversial and truly the most fuck up episode of Family Guy ever. Number 1, The Life of Brian, episode 12. Episode 6, season 12. In this episode, Family Guy kill off Brian. There were 3 episodes. He come back later. It was a cash grab. take nothing for granted, Seth did. You're going to bring him back. Don't kill him off in the first place. Don't kill him off in the first place. This is not the way to do a freaking episode of Family Guy. The life of Brian is nothing more than a cash grab. You do not do it. I'm glad they brought Vinny. They should keep him. Oh, Brian is just a bad person. Brian the bad father. Brian is terrible. Why you think there's a top 10 list on Watch Mojo? The top 10 things. Worst things about Brian. The worst things of Quagmire. The worst thing of Peter. The worst things of Stewie. Everybody have worse things. They're just plain wrong. They're just a. Brian is just nothing more than. He doesn't deserve tears in this episode. Don't cry for him. Don't do anything for him. He's just a mutt that need to be put down. Okay, guys. That's it, anime screamers. I just my mind is broke. These episodes. Oh boy. Hopefully, I will do the top 10 best episodes series or do a review. But first, if I do another worst list, I will lose my mind. So, MS Screamers, I won't do my annual scream because my head hurts. Sign it off. I am sorry. I just out. Signing off.